early. You thought there needed to be more juice out there, just more energy kind of on both ends. What did you see as the biggest issue tonight?
A little bit of juice. I think that was the biggest thing, especially on defensive end. We didn't compete the best that we could, like we're usually, where the effort is. But yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
First half, you guys had 15 offensive rebounds, and then Denver seemed they made an adjustment and managed to keep you off the glass in the second half. What was the struggle offensively and just getting shots to go down as a team?
Shots to go down. It's a game of basketball. They're not all going to make them. You're going to have games where you're flat, and tonight we were flat offensively and didn't play the best defensively.
Your first action in a while. How'd you feel physically?
I felt great. This is probably the healthiest I've been all season. That's feeling it. Getting up and down, running. Gotta get my legs back a little bit, but from just a health standpoint, probably the best I felt. So,
was there a moment where you kind of felt like, okay, this is my game, I'm in rhythm a little bit?
Just rebounding and going, sprinting the floor, just change a little bit of pace. I think, just running in general. I feel like sometimes, not having that full explosive power, but tonight I felt like me.
What do you view as the challenge of trying to win a game without LeBron?
He's the MVP. So that's what we missed. And, he has the ball in his hands the whole game and controls the game. 27 points, 12 assists, not there. So, obviously that.
You hurt the ankle against the Wizards, I think. They played a couple games and then decided to give it some time. Now that you're past that time, I guess how thankful are you that you made that decision that, maybe you could have just kept pushing through it, but you decided to really address it?
I'm glad I made that decision. Health is everything, and, even more important to me now. Just struggling this year to stay healthy a little bit with nagging injuries and coming off a stress reaction, but I'm glad I made a decision to sit out and just make sure I was good. So
Frank was saying before the game that it's on a couple players, or at least a lot of players, whole team to kind of replace what LeBron does. Do you feel guys, or do you think there's a need for guys to play a little bit differently or alter their styles individually when LeBron's out?
No, it's kind of hard to, trying to next man up LeBron. He does so much. Like I said, he has the ball in his hands, he scores, and he's assists and finds guys. So, shots come easier when he's on the floor because everybody just looks at him. So, it's kind of invaluable to say it. So,
you guys have done such a good job this year staying in the moment. The next game is the biggest game of the year. That said, it's Christmas Day. It's a marquee game on the calendar. Also, think about opening night and what this arena was like. What do you think about the Clippers game coming up?
Should be fun.
Yep. Had 73 points in that second half. Did you see that as part of the defense, or what played out there?
Well, we didn't have enough juice defensively the whole game. The first half, I thought they missed some open looks, and they capitalized it with every breakdown or every late rotation in the second half. And, that's why you see that kind of number.
Hey, Frank, understanding that you guys are a no excuses team, but this was your first game without LeBron. Where did you feel like, now that I'm saying it feels like a dumb question because he's LeBron James, but where did you feel like you missed him the most?
It's hard to say with something like that all over. LeBron's obviously a game changer. Our offensive flow, defensive communication, quarterbacking, playmaking offensively, being able to get guys shots, probably all that stuff.
Frank, we could see AD's right knee being worked on, or right leg being worked on in the third quarter. He was on the bench, and then he came in the fourth, and I just wanted to see how you felt he was moving and what he was kind of working through in the game.
Yeah, he tweaked it, and he felt good enough to go back in the game, so we just rolled with it. I didn't feel like he looked limited.
Frank, when you are missing LeBron and you go back and you start to evaluate a game, how do you evaluate things when such a large piece is not on the floor?
You got to go win a game. there's no excuse. We didn't play good enough to win. We got to be better.
It's obviously been a while since Kyle was on the floor. What'd you make of his effort tonight?
He was good. He had good energy. Our team as a whole didn't have great energy throughout the night. But Kyle plays extremely hard as one of his strengths. But overall, as a group, we weren't good enough to get the W tonight.
You now have got the Clippers coming up Christmas Day. What does that game now mean to you?
It's the next game in front of us, which makes it the most important game of the year, which is how we've approached every game all season. And, aside from that, that's really it. We're going to figure out what we did wrong tonight. We're going to get better and try to win the next game. It happens to be the Clippers. It's Christmas Day. Hope everybody has a great holiday and, spend some time with their families. But, it's just it's about the next opponent in front of us. We got to get a win.
I know all turnovers are bad, but the nature of some of the live ball turnovers and some carelessness, I mean, was that, how much did that irritate you when it was going on?
Yeah, it's something that's been a problem for us. We talked about it pregame. We've talked about it on the most recent road trip, clicking on a lot of cylinders, but still turning the ball over too much, which is a form of beating yourselves. And, it's definitely part of tonight's loss.
Frank, with 5 days of rest come Wednesday, do you feel LeBron will be ready?
Well, we'll see how he is. He's day to day, and hopefully he'll be available for us on Christmas Day. But we'll see how the injury heals up, and whenever he gets back, we'll benefit.